No, I am not muted. Do not say that. I am not muted. I'm fine. I'm here. Hello! Just, Zephyr was running late again. My bad. I've been running a little late lately. I think I've been, like, having a nasty habit of, like, consistently, like, spacing out and just forgetting everything. I have obtained the nastiest habit of completely zoning out and then almost forgetting the fact that, oh yeah, I have to stream today. Woo! I am probably overdue for a break at some point, but I don't know. I haven't decided when that break might be. I feel like I'm overdue for one, like a nice, like, long week away. I don't know. I haven't chosen yet. I'm still kind of on the fence. But I'm here. It's fine. We're playing Tavern Talk. It's a less intensive game. Plus, I've also been enjoying the fact that I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for stream as well. I've been having a blast. I've been having a super big blast with that. Oh, Final Fantasy XIV, you are a passion of mine. Oh, yay. Before I completely start, I wanted to say congratulations to Tavern Talk for Gentle Troll for getting the, I believe it was the most wholesome award over at Gamescom. Congratulations! Understandable too. I don't think the devs are in here hanging out, but congratulations, guys. You deserve it. So I'm not gonna beat around the bush today. You know the drill. We sit here, we story narrate for a good couple of hours, and then I bounce out for the night. Yeah. I'm kind of curious about like how close to the end I'm actually at, because the last stream I had, we were going through days like crazy, and it was just like, huh, that's insane. Okay. Also, I'm very, very pleased that so far my PC gaming has not inexplicably crashed, and I'm kind of curious if that was a Streamlabs problem in the past. I don't know. I used to use the Streamlabs OBS, and every single time every few times for whatever reason, my PC game would crash. And yeah. That's all I can remember is like for some reason the streams consistently froze up and it would like always get disconnected. Hi guys, I'm doing well, thank you very much. We got a little bit of a late start, but hey, we roll in regardless. No yawning. Bad Zephyr, no yawning. I should have really drank my gamer subs earlier this afternoon. I was like incredibly wired with some of it yesterday. Like, I was jittery. I was insanely wired. I'm surprised I did not drink any today to feel the same. Actually, I would have to lessen the amount that I put in there because that rush was not fun. Anyway, let me get started before I get completely, like, distracted and utterly. We're gonna do the Act 3 Twilight Flood Chaos Protocol. Forgot where... Because, yeah, we're still, like, kind of living out the aftermath of the flood where everything's just been, like, really, really tense as of late, and I don't know why it is. The Chaos Protocol, 30th of the Astral Moon, Chapter 20. Yeah, like, the days went by, like, super crazy fast, which was crazy, because I don't know what was going on, but I think it's just because it's the lack of... I don't have, like, a lot of customers. My normal people are, like, haven't been showing up. Well, they're all either out on missions or they're out doing their own thing. I peeked the mics. I'm so sorry for screaming in everybody's ears. You're okay. I'm scared of my own cat in the process. I'm scared. Own cat in the process. I'm sorry, baby. Oh, oh, I scared my own cat by that squeal. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. You okay? I'm good. Mama's good. I feel bad. I spooked. She's just like started meowing at my feet. And I was just like, oh, it's okay. Okay. Oh, she is now joining me on my lap. Okay. Hi, kitty. Ah, no, don't mess with that. No, don't mess with it. You're gonna accidentally set the gain up higher. There we go. I'm sorry. I did not mean to scream in everybody's ears. That was extremely unexpected and very, very pleasing. Hang on. Okay, sweetie, Kitty, I gotta move my mic. I know, I spooked you. I'm sorry. Sorry, sweetie. I need to, like, get some, thrown items up for my cat. It perfectly cut screams, I suppose. My compression filter actually, like, kicked in. Okay, sweetie, I need you to hop off. Hang on one second, my kitty needs to hop off. Okay, nope, she is clinging to my leg. Never mind. Okay, it's fine. I will survive. I just gotta make sure I'm adjusted properly so she's not, like, gonna do anything weird. Innkeeper, surprise! Oh, baby came back! And nice to see you that you're back. Is Fable? Oh no. Oh no. Please tell me, Fable, you at least saw Fable. Is Fable with you? No. Should they be? They were looking for you. Oh no, they didn't pass each other, did they? Oh, your nose is cold, sweetie. They were looking for you. Oh no. They are a very good detective then. I'm happy you're well, Meli. Happy to see you're well. Everyone was very worried about you. Why? I'm great taking care of myself. You are? But where have you been all this time? So, this is Voy. This is short for Voyage. Meli. And what was it? Niniko, right? Iniko. The weird changeling. Your nose is cold, by the way, kitty. Are you good? Nope. You are, but where have you been all this time? Investigating things, obviously. Like the flood. My investigation led me to Morlia. Or more like, they did. Nico, Voy, and Hex, I mean. I followed them to Morlia. She was with them the entire time. She was with them the entire time. Fable got mad for no reason. Well, she partially had a reason. Fable partially had a reason. I keep forgetting that it's they, not she. My bad. My brain just automatically hits the brake on that. Oh no. I followed them to Morlia. They were talking about mysteries and puzzles, and I'm trying to solve a mystery, so I couldn't let that opportunity pass me by. You're lucky. People usually pay a lot of money to spend time with me. Boy, back it up a little bit, buddy. Why? She's 10. Boy, be careful around the 10-year-old. Because I'm, like, famous. But I didn't go there because of you. I was following clues. Okay. I stayed outside. My case isn't about a wizard. Not this time. Oh yeah, Hex isn't here, is he? Where's Hex anyways? You know, doing wizard things. Like arson? Did somebody say arson? I happen to be a sorceress who loves a little bit of arson herself. I don't ask how big the room is. I cast fireball regardless. Pardon me. Okay. For disclaimer, that was a joke. The only times I play fireball is in BG3. Like arson? That would have been fun. But they chose to study. He immediately wanted to check out the spells we found. Although he seemed pretty disheartened. How come? Not sure. Guess he didn't find what he was looking for. Oh, he didn't find what he was looking for. He was probably looking for that artifact or the spell that would probably extend his sister's life and or make her immortal. Maybe because the world's greatest treasure was already traveling with him. Oh, what would that be? Never mind. He told us to keep an eye out for any time magic razzle-dazzle. But we found nothing. At least you managed to get inside and return safely. This is true. They managed to get in there. They're fine. They are not on fire. They are not cast into cinders. Hey, Rondu. Pet, 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 pet. Yeah. The way there was easy peasy. We got there thanks to Nico pulling off a shape-shifting trick and pretending to be a merchant. Stole some guy's coat and face and used his reputation to secure us a boat to Morlia. Said I wanted to meet with a real estate agent from the Majocracy to buy the island. I told them to pick us up in a week or so, but by then we got far gone. I think I could read this font a little bit better than the Final Fantasy XIV one, or I'm better at reading some days more than others. Monday I was just terrible at it. What happened once you reached the island? I'm quite intrigued. Me too. But before we tell you anything, I'd like a drink. Something that goes down like honey and will make my poetry flow like a wild river. I almost said wildflower. Why did I say wildflower? And nothing easier than that. Hey, Andu. Hey, buddy. It's been a nice week. How are you doing, buddy? I hope Andu's been having a nice week. Yeah, buddy. I do. So let's see. He wants that charisma. I would give him the coffee, but ooh, coffee is a major attack stat. Ooh, fun. I'm gonna give that to Caroline when she returns. Oop. You're good. Let's do a sunny breeze for Voy. So I think I need a honey flower, actually. Will that work? Absolutely it will. So he needs one of these. I am using the sweet flower like I originally anticipated, so... oh wait, he needs another dash of this, doesn't he? It was 2 drops. There we go. It was 2 drops of this, and that was my bad. I didn't read it properly. Oh well, on it goes. Some honey for those vocal cords. Enjoy. Hey, and I gave him a honey flower for his throat. Easy peasy. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Can we move on to the story now? You got somewhere to be? Nah. I'm getting bored. We got to Morlia, an island that's so small it's basically the tower's wild backyard. As I walked between crystalline roses, I expected to see a secret passageways hiding behind every corner. I almost brought you back a rose. Why didn't you? A crystal rose? Unless it was like, you know, deadly. I thought you wouldn't like it. I would have. Oh, okay. That's, moving on. I think he's got the hots for the innkeeper. I'm not gonna deny that. I think he's got a little bit of the hots for the innkeeper. I mean, he is a bard, so he's technically on the flirt level with everybody, so I don't know. That's, moving on. The tower itself reached so high, I thought it might be reach out to kiss the moon itself.
It was really tilted. It was about a 5-degree angle. I measured it with my paws. The bricks were still wet. I'm sure the tsunami shook its foundation.
You would think that... pardon. Oh, hello. There it goes, okay. I freaked out. I freaked out a little bit there. I was like brushing a strand of hair out of my face, and yeah. Would think that the waves would have done us a favor and knocked down the door, but nope. That door was the first challenge. Iniko's lockpicks broke. It seemed like a skill issue. Broke? Skill issue? The door ate my lockpicks! Ah, a door mimic. Classic first steps to securing your establishment.
You talk like you've seen one before.
Have you ever tried to open my door when the inn's closed?
No.
Oh. Hey, security. If you do, don't use any lockpicks and take care of your fingertips. So, how did you get inside? Did you go through the window? By charming it. Hex forgot his spell book and couldn't get the arcane lock unlock spell to work. And obviously, it wouldn't let us in just like that. So I decided to play the mimic a little tune. Yeah, it was amazing, bro. Yo, fancy tunes are the GOAT. I hate it here. I hate it here. Don't get me wrong. I'm used to hearing streamer language, but that's why I gotta say that. Oh my god. I love it. I love it and I hate it all at the same time. I was nervous. I never played in front of a mythic before, so I wasn't sure what kind of taste of music it was, and what their taste in music was. There we go. I decided to play something emotional, something that would melt its metaphorical heart. A song of woe. Who would have thought it'd literally melt? Yeah. I began playing the first tune and Locke started weeping before I reached the chorus. Tears were streaming down its face. And it was as if they were made of if they were made very hot or made of acid. The door melted away. Afterwards, the Locke lay in a puddle of wood, sobbing and thanking me for my performance.
That's not a very sturdy lock.
Ooh, pardon me. Excuse me, goodness sake. It just sounds very in touch with its emotions. But we stopped over the door's remains. Step, not stopped. Zephyr, read. We stepped over the door's remains and into the tower. It was so much taller and bigger on the inside. Ooh, TARDIS references. Yay! Like a pocket dimension. So freaking cool. Except the tower can't really fit in your pockets. Bet. I hate it here. Oh man, okay, it's fine. I'll get over it. X walked ahead. Guy was really distracted. He didn't even listen to my poem about the symbiotic relationship between an axe and the door. For a long time, we didn't encounter anything. Just a long hallway. No doors, only a bunch of strange paintings. Of course, most hallways can't go on forever, so eventually we reached the staircase. After what felt like 5.5 minutes. Eternity.
Meanwhile, I was outside investigating the flora and fauna.
Aw, Meli.
Everything was very peculiar, like it was all from another world. The colors were different, very blue, and almost spectral. Spectral.
Ooh. Spectral Tower?
And there was a lot of spiderwebs. Or yarn, not sure which. Suddenly, the ground shook and almost knocked me off my feet.
Who would have guessed that there were pressure plates on those stairs? I wasn't paying attention and was too careless, and Hex was too busy being distracted. One wrong step in the pressure plate triggered an explosion and clunk. The staircase began crumbling down to a pit of nothingness.
Oops, sorry, baby.
My cat is like lounging on my thigh, and I'm thinking of spooking her with the added loudness. Bit by bit, it started from the bottom. I rushed up to safety, away from the weird wizard abyss. I stumbled, and if it hadn't been for Hex, I'd be mush. He grabbed my hand and pulled me up. But he really isn't the strongest, so we almost tumbled down together instead. I figured I couldn't leave them to follow their pathetic destiny. So I zoomed down and grabbed Hex by the collar and pulled them both him and Voy Boy back up. Thank you for saving us, Nico. No problem, Voy Boy. Don't get used to it.
Didn't you expect it to like trap like that? After all, a great wizard would want to protect their treasure.
I guess we were a little distracted by all the gold hanging from the walls. The staircase ended in a wondrous library that spiraled endlessly higher around the tower's inside walls. We lost text at the bottom, and in the first few rows of books. A lot of them were drenched, and it didn't seem like the tower was waterproof. There was still primordial water dripping from everywhere from above. One sec. Need a sip. I need a little sippy sip of my drink. Delicious. Okay. We couldn't make out the ceiling. Tried to reach it though. The second story of the spiral staircase library had 3 paths leading away. Each path ended in a door. All 3 doors were closed and marked with runes or paintings or rusty locks. I got sucked into the library's beautiful murals. Each of them depicted a different story. One of them was a mosaic of mirrors. That one was my favorite. Watching Hex look at all the books look at books was like reading a thriller. Almost every second book was rigged with a trap, but he figured out the pattern quickly. Something, Fibonacci, I don't know. I was about to pry myself away from the murals and I started looking for spell things. I knew Hex was most interested in those, and, you know, you help when you can. I didn't. I mostly looked at the small treasures lying around. The wizard had this really cool staff with a chunker of a gemstone embedded on the top. Imagine the damage I could do with that. But I also found something else that was really cool. Here, take a look. It's dope, right? What did he put up? What is this? What did he put? I'm not seeing what he put up. Oh, weather jar. Duh. Weather jar. Where did he put it? Is it like, it's probably tucked behind one of the guys. Weather jar? No, this is Rondu. Rondu was something different. Rondu's been here for at least a couple of streams. It might be something that might be tucked behind the behind these guys. It's a weather jar, duh. It shows the weather like it's in another realm. I see. Let me guess. Avalon? I knew you'd get it. I found some spell scrolls. Oh. He has now decided to dislodge. There we go. Cat has now dislodged herself from my lap. He is now across my desk. Okay, off she goes. That was nice. That was a nice little bit of bonding time. Oh, one of them had golden runes on it. Like, Hex liked that one, but he didn't love it, you know? And then, nestled between a few red velvet armchairs, I found a glass case. It had a golden frame and a scroll placed inside of it, neatly in the middle. Scroll's floating and all that. I knew Hex was looking for more spells, so I called for him. As soon as I mentioned an oddly floating scroll, he came sprinting upwards, staring at that glass case. He already had another scroll tucked into his coat. Honestly, I was expecting him to be carrying half the library at this point. But I guess that would have been too heavy for him. Of course, the stupid glass case was also a puzzle. Yeah. And no lock, no lid, nothing. Just a glass and a gold frame. The scroll itself is glowing a promising blue. I suggested break the glass. Hex seemed to fight his finest death glare. So, he investigated the puzzle himself. While they were doing the boring side quest, I made sure to stuff my pockets. I found a jeweled silver paperweight shaped like a bird that'll make for a great blunt weapon. Hex was too scared we destroy the scroll by triggering another contraption, so he suggested we look around for it in the adjacent rooms. The riddle doors. Hex only had to look at them for a mere second before figuring them out. Apparently, all of the murals and runes were referencing a story hidden somewhere in the library. So he made a search for it. It was tricky. We didn't want to trigger the book traps after all. It was like the library knew what would tempt us most. I kept seeing books of forgotten songs, rare instruments, and romantic poetry. And I saw books about burglary and fraud. Oh, of course it was burglary and fraud for him. Oh, yeah. Even I had to tackle you to the ground one time so you wouldn't blow us all up. Who can resist a good scheme? Come on, man. It was kind of exciting seeing Hex hop up and down the stairs looking for the right books. First password was password, the second password was passwords past, but the password what? And the third one was passwords past the password's password. Oh god. You wish, but no. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy to crack. Good for you. The first room was an alchemy lab, full of apparatuses I'd never seen before. Most liquids had gone dry, but Hex insisted on taking whatever was left along with us anyways. Wouldn't let me taste any though. The nerd was more interested in the study hidden behind the second door. He was really determined to crack all of the old wizard's mysteries. We helped where we could, but listen, I only have like 3 brain cells. The soundscape of the tower was kind of depressing. Silence broken only by the dripping of water and a creaking of old wood. So I sweetened it with a song. It was very easy to get into the flow with that bomb music, boyo. Thank you. Hex didn't find the key to the glass case, but he at least found a blueprint showing how it was built. Maybe he could find out how to open it by using that. That'd be nice. Hello. He was pretty beaten up about everything, though. Yeah, couldn't find what he was looking for. Not even in the third room? No. That one was a gym. I didn't know wizards worked out. And maybe it was a distraction from the hidden vault. A hidden vault? Anything good in there? Oh yeah, more than our arms could carry. A bunch of artifacts. Most of them probably cursed, which makes them even cooler. But Inkeep, you don't even know the funniest part yet. Enlighten me. The whole time the wizard had a spare key to the tower under the doormat. The oldest habit of all time, and we didn't even think about checking for it.
I did.
Excuse me.
I wanted them to find it for themselves. When they left the tower, I was at the beach with Jade. She arrived a while ago and picked us up when I was teaching Onyx new tricks.
He helped us heave all the loot onto her boat. We couldn't take everything with us, so we decided to head back there again another day.
There's one thing that doesn't make sense in the equation, though.
And that would be?
Unico, Voy, and Hex traveled alone. Well, except for me, they're stowaway. Yet, I found a fresh set of footprints by the coast, before Jade ever arrived. There was like there was a fifth person on the island. Maybe someone was just there shortly before us.
We didn't even notice. Just like we didn't notice Melina.
I'm sorry for staying hidden for so long.
And don't apologize. I think it just proved your skills as a detective. We've got a lot to learn from you.
What a story.
Meli, you have a lot of explaining to do, by the way. You have had me, you have had Fable, and you have also had... What is his name again? It's something simple. He called himself, like, Luke or something, didn't he? No, he called himself Dave. I knew it was a simple name. You had Dave worried. Oh, God, why did he choose Dave? I would have chosen something else.
I can't wait to share with Archie.
I'll be on my way now. I gotta check up on Hex and make sure he didn't accidentally take the book mimic home. You coming with Nico? Sure thing. Oh boy. So long, Innkeep. Goodbye, Innkeeper. Don't miss me too much. I'll try not to. Oh, there it is. There's the little weather jar. I just couldn't see it because it was behind it was behind it was behind Voy the entire time. There it is. Jeez, why did I forget his name like instantly?
Now it's just you and me, Innkeeper.
Indeed. I'm glad you're back.
You're making it sound like I was lost or kidnapped. I was just investigating.
Without telling anyone?
I don't need to tell anyone where I'm going.
People care about you, Meli. They get worried if they don't know where you are.
Oh. I'm not used to that. But I care about people too. Like you.
That's good to hear. But Dave and Fable are even more worried about you. There's the boy. Number 2. Meli.
Hi, Aura.
Hi, Dave. Oh, that name is so outdated. Oh, buddy. You're back.
I am. Did you miss me?
Did I? I was just very worried. Uh-oh. What?
You called me Meli.
Oh, he called her Meli! You big old softy! What about it?
I've never done that before.
I'm sure I have.
You even said you'd never call me Meli.
It's just cute. He's just edgelord. He's just like an edgy boy. So he was trying to like be all like, nah, I'm not gonna call you that. I'm just gonna pretend like it's not. But it's like it's just so cute. He's grown into becoming a very, very soft boy on the inside, despite the outward edginess, apparently. I'm glad you're back. Welcome back to my tavern, Dave.
That's a cute one.
Yeah, I got it on my latest quest.
Dave, you made a good choice. I also went on a quest. Well, at first I wanted to find the moon swamps. You know, the mysterious magical swamp that's said to be magically hidden that only appears in foggy but starry nights.
Ooh, excuse me.
I'd heard that they are somewhere in the moon swamp near the portal to the Twilight Chasm.
And did you find anything?
No. I did find some weird way markers made of bones that seemed to lead somewhere. They said they had "Do Not Touch" written on them in the paint, seemed fresh, so it looked like a perfect clue. But then suddenly there was just gallons of water everywhere. Luckily I got away quick, and since I was already there... As for Soa's greatest detective, it was my duty to discover the flood's origins.
Technically wasn't your responsibility.
Well, at first, I was more of a stowaway than a detective, so I couldn't figure out what...
Won't storm off like that ever again, you understand? I was worried and no one knew anything about your whereabouts. Oh, now...
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you like that. Oh, these two. Oh, you two are so sweet. Even emo boy likes cats. Yeah, he does. He loves Meli to pieces. Loves Fable too, but Fable is currently like out. It's just I haven't cared about anyone in so long. And with you and Fable both suddenly gone, I didn't know what to do.
I thought you didn't care. After you went away, and even though I asked you to be more careful, I thought maybe you didn't want to be my trusty assistant after all.
No, Fable's the elf.
So I went to investigate alone.
I'm sorry for leaving.
It's alright. I'm used to people leaving and not coming back.
I do care, Meli. I'm just kind of new to this whole honesty thing. I'm kind of new to this whole empathy thing.
Yeah, I figured.
If you like, I could fix you a drink that would help you find your words again. Don't know if I'm up for trading another secret in exchange. It's on me today. You've got enough to worry about. So, let me see what I can do for you. Oh, that's so cute. That's so sweet. I'm really hoping at least Fable returns, but hey, at least we're getting all of our customers back. He needs his charisma. Let's make him 1,000 wins. I think that would be a nice drink. He's a good customer. It's on me today. It's fine. He is a good, loyal customer. Not that one. Oh, that one. I don't want it to activate this, so a fake crystal maybe? No. Lotus? Yeah. There we go. Well, the little lotus blossom. He needs a little bit more defense poured in here. And then the rest of it is sitting in all charisma. There we go. 1,000 wins for a very thirsty gentleman. Nope. I don't water anything down. My stuff is straight. There we go. I just make hot chocolate for Meli. Enjoy your magical liquid, eloquence. It doesn't taste that bad. This might actually help. So, your quest. It said you were stranded on Morlia?
Yep. I followed 3 very suspicious-looking fellows and somehow ended up on that island. Why do I always run into wizards and magic when I'm out on adventures? And traps! Magical traps everywhere!
Sounds very dangerous.
A detective is always seeking thrills. I'll make sure to be more careful, I promise.
It's not about that. I know you know how to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have solved the T-Rex case. But don't keep putting your own life at risk in exchange for a quick adventure. Luckily, nothing major happened this time. This could have all ended very differently.
I know.
All I'm saying is, don't disappear again. Please? You're not alone anymore. You don't have to do everything all by yourself.
You're the one to talk.
Hey, yeah, to be fair, yeah, he's kind of got a point. I think you got a point, Meli. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to agree with Meli on this one, sir. Sir, you kind of lone wolf a lot more often.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to him as well, Meli. You're both guilty.
There we go. Thank you. Innkeeper me knows exactly what to say. But you two have also made a lot of progress today. And I'm glad both of you made it back safely. Heard anything from Fable yet? No, not yet.
Well, what about Carolyn?
She came back after the flood. Currently, she's investigating some undead sightings in the Pale Woods.
You know when she'll be back?
No, but you two can wait here if you want.
Yes, please. I want to stay until Carolyn gets back.
Alright. I'll keep you company. Best friendos. How about I spice up your wait with another drink? I'll pass.
Oh, but I'd like one, please.
Of course. Do you want anything specific?
The whole adventure was pretty exhausting. Maybe something to combat my mental tiredness.
Nothing easier than that. Are you wanting attack food? Because I can make... No, it's charisma. Okay, good. I was about ready to whip Meli up some coffee, but nah, that's fine. We'll make her a silent owl, maybe. No, we'll do a peak sunrise. That sounds a little bit nicer. That sounds a little bit more refreshing. A little honey flower in there for some good luck. I'm gonna put the recipe on the board because I am blind as a bat today. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. 2 and 3. Sunrise seems to usually be like a Meli specialty.
Yeah.
Let's see if this will wake you up again.
Oh, thank you.
No.
This is delicious. I can feel my synapses connecting. You know, now that I've had some time to think about it, I think I figured out why Hex was so bummed out about the loot.
Care to share your insight with us?
But of course. He has a younger sister, right? Which has always struck me as odd. She looks so much older than him. So what if she just ages faster than he does? and he expected to find some special loot in the wizard tower. But he didn't find it. So what if he was looking for something to extend her life? Like a scroll of immortality.
Ooh. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
Hello.
What a foolish idea.
Hey.
Not you. Hex. Even if it's tempting, those are powers that no one should interfere with.
I agree. Which is, what if she turns into a zombie? I've had enough of them.
Oh, definitely.
We should tell him when to see him. We should tell him when we see him again. Or maybe we should tell Carolyn when she returns. She seems to be experienced with dealing with the undead. You think it'll be a long time before she gets back?
I don't know. It could be very soon, but it could also take a few more days. Yeah, Carolyn's out, but I'm glad I got Meli back. I was like so worried about Meli. I was not expecting Meli to make her come back like first thing when I opened up this chapter today. It makes me happy. Excuse me. I don't know. Could be that. Could be soon. Could also be a few days. You've had a long day. Aren't you tired, Meli?
No! I'm not tired. At all.
Well, let's wait for a little bit longer. Maybe she'll show up. And Fable with her.
Sounds good.
Oh, you poor duo. Did she fall asleep? Yeah. Maybe I should bring her home and wrap this up for tonight. That's a good idea. You should get some rest as well. I'll let you know if I hear anything about Carolyn or Fable. Alright. There's not much for me to do otherwise. Except care for Meli. She needs you. She needs you. Sorry, I was talking in more of his voice than mine. He needs you. Yeah. I think you might. Good night, Dave. I really hate your name, by the way. And why does it have to be so simple? Why couldn't it be a little bit more edgy and mysterious? Go back to Zephyr again. I kind of liked that. I liked it better when you were my twin. My very on-edge twin. You know... forget about it. See ya. Here you go, Andu. My good boy. I need to, like, give Andu a bit of a drink. I need to give Andu, like, a little bit of a drink next time that we do this, so that way he kind of enjoys himself. So there's the sheep. Chapter 21, Disaster, Tea, and Revelations. Ooh, boy. Is this going to be the end of the act? Feels like it. Hey! You two finally made your comeback! God, that's been like several episodes, several streams since then. Welcome back. It's good to see you both again. Hold your enthusiasm, innkeeper. Oh, we bring tales of disaster. I don't mind a little disaster in my tales. After all, you tell them so well. He really does. As do you, Clay. Thank you. Oh, my stories are as good as your drinks. They are to me. Speaking of which, can I offer you a drink in exchange for a little insight into your disasters? That'd be great. Something that feels strong and magic-y, right? You remembered! Yeah, that one, please. Coming right up. Aw, Clay came back. Hey, Clay, guess what? You get to have, like, pure coffee, buddy. Yeah, I'm giving him coffee. Hang on, so I need to find a There we go, perfect. Little fake crystal. A little bit of this. I love how coffee is essentially an attack up potion. That's kind of funny. 1, 2, and 3. Cursed coffee. It's all in attack power anyways, if that's what he wanted. Yeah, he wanted the 3 in attack, so he gets to experiment with the coffee. There you go, buddy. It's something tasty and strong, but hopefully not disastrous. Very tasty, very strong. You've got like the best drinks around. Happy to hear that, Clay. Tia, you're bursting at the seams. How were the archives? Fun. Were they? Mayhaps. The bleak stalkers were... bleak? Cute. Cute? Huh? Very. Jay told us where to find the entrance to the archives. But when we got there, we found it surrounded by bleak stalkers. They were quite numerous. And so... shaped. I decided to ask them if they could let us through. And I thought he might need some help with that. So I called on your honeyflowers and extended my divine light into him. I made him glow softly, and they all flocked to him like moths to a gentle flame. Did you know they have velvet wings that can fold into their bodies? I didn't. That's fascinating. They were so cuddly and showed off their crawling skills in exchange for carrots. Oh my god, they sound adorable. I asked them if they could be our tour guides, and they were so excited. Oh, this is wholesome. Excuse me. I don't know why my nose is acting up. I need to, like... bleh. They've never been tour guides before, and at first they thought it involved eating people. I thought they acted a bit, standoffish when trying to correct their misconception. Clay was able to convey the message much better. He's very good at explaining things. I think he really understands people. That is very true. That is what I believe. My eye. And that helps him meet them where they're at. I try to. Everyone's on their own way of understanding things. I think that's beautiful. I envy your empathetic approach to life, Clay. Ooh. Ooh, she blushing. That was a blush. That was a cute blush, too. Are you crushing on Clay? Oh, please tell me you are, because that would be so kind of precious. Thank you, but you got your own strengths. Like how you're a master of strategy, or how you're so good at making people feel safe. I suppose we make a great team. The best, I might say. She's so cute when she blushes! How dare you, madam? She's also kind of like nicely hot, too. I don't know why. There's just something about like the difference between her rather slender frame and the mass amount of hair, and just her demeanor is like, yeah, I like her. I think she can be a bit of a snob, but she is really sweet when it comes to it. We make a great team with the Bleak Stalkers too. They let us right inside the archives, which were huge. Large parts of the Everbloom had collapsed, but even the explorable sections were unbelievably spacious. We had no time for a proper tour, unfortunately. We had to make it back in time for the barbecue, after all. And that meant we had to be efficient in our search. Though we did take a break to admire the artist hall and the creatures excitedly led us to. We found abandoned pottery equipment and distracted us a little too much. Using more time than was perhaps appropriate, we molded tiny versions of the little critters as a gift to them. Oh my god, they're precious beans. They're so precious. This game definitely deserves the wholesome award from Gamescom. That is for sure. Yeah, you guys definitely deserve that reward. I am not blowing smoke. This game is so incredibly wholesome. You guys deserve the entire award you got for that. So yeah, doubly congratulations once again to Gentle Troll. You guys did amazing, and still are doing amazing. Can't wait for Andu to come home in November. Using more of the time episode, blah blah. I already read that line. My bad. They loved him. Afterwards, we split up and to cover more ground. Each of us is guided by a group of bleak stalkers. A dangerous choice. That's where the monsters get you. That's what Clay said. So I enchanted the friendship bracelet. Oh yeah, they got friendship bracelets on. Oh, I forgot about the friendship bracelets. I never noticed they were on their wrists. Oh, that's so cute. Oh yeah, because he made it during the whale. Oh, I love these two. I love all these characters. They're so precious, and they're precious beings, and I love them, and I want to protect all of them, except for Iniko. Iniko can kind of like go shove it. That way, we could sense in which direction the other person is located, so neither of us will get lost. That was so smart. It was. Very useful. I see you kept yours on. I did. They really helped us out with navigating around the archives, too. It's a beautiful place, you know? I mean, everything's overgrown with vines or withered and full of termites. But we could tell how much care got into that building. Some of the tree branches still had leaves on them. And I saw a couple of stubborn lotus daisies trying to break through around the rocks. I taught bleakstalkers how to water them. Oh my god, he's precious. I love him. I love him. I love him. They love drinking out of the watering can. But they also enjoyed sharing their water with the lotus daisies. Hopefully they'll grow stronger again soon. What a shame that all the effort that went into building the archives was for nothing. But it wasn't. It meant something to someone once. And I could still feel love in it, even during our visit. Maybe it'll bloom again. It is called the Everbloom, right? Like forever? I wonder who named it. We should go back to sometime and see if we can find any information about the archivists. I bet they know something about... I bet they know some great drinking games. Yeah, Goliaths. Perhaps we could honor their contributions by studying the knowledge they left behind. Why not both? They should be people first, symbols second. Oh. Yes, I guess both would work too. Good idea. Oh my god, she is just so over the moon. All it takes is a barbarian and to help a cleric who is very strict to make her extremely soft and lovable, and I love her to death now. I love her to death whenever I see her. I want to give her hugs and head pats and like braid her hair at some point. I'll give her like my casual dead mom braid like I always get teased about. What else did you find in the archives? Besides friends and the beauty of horrors of time, I mean. Hello. Drinky drinkies. I got a little distracted when I asked our new friends to point towards the cooking section. It was so vast. I found so many new bread recipes, I can't wait to try it out. I also found some for you. For me? Yeah, a recipe with a book of mixology. First, I thought I was talking about the whole thing along. First, I thought about taking the whole thing along, but It was a giant tome, and the Bleakstalkers were so attached to it. So I ripped out the page that looked the most interesting. We thought it would be perfect for would fit your repertoire. I think it does. The Last Whisper. Thank you very much. As for me, I asked them to lead me towards the dangerous knowledge, and soon found myself in a hidden study. The Bleakstalkers didn't want to go inside, like they were scared of its contents. So I rewarded them with some treats and ventured inside alone. Sounds like you got along with them really well. I'm curious about this Last Whisper one. Last Whisper. The Last Whisper stealths itself into your heart. It provides a boost to strength, speed, and, as a tough, if somewhat bitter, aftertaste, and will awaken your senses. Sometimes all you need is the right balance between elegance and brute force, and the correct translation of an ancient recipe. Oh. Nice. That looks cool, actually. I need to still see if one day someone will eventually make all these drinks. I grew quite attached. Perhaps I would even call them my favorite animals. That means we solved your favorite animal quest! Sorry, I bumped my mic, my bad. I bumped my mic, I was stretching. We did. They will almost maybe want to stay and waste more time. Isn't that strange? Not in the slightest. Time well spent is time never wasted. Perhaps you're right. Anyhow, the study. Excuse me, goodness sake. It was a complete mess. Full of scriptures, scrolls, and written ramblings that would be forbidden these days. A little exciting. And worrying. The papers I was able to translate spoke of the apocalypse. The end of it all. There was research on the roots of the Aether Tree and how to unbind them. Written with shaking hands and fading ink. Was this more scholarly or mad scientist type of research? Hard to tell. The lines tend to blur with blasphemy. Do you know about the Aether Tree? Because Tia gave me a whole presentation about it. Excuse me. I wouldn't mind a refresher. It's a giant tree. Good start. A world tree. That means the world rests on it. In it. Around it. Somewhere. In it, mostly. Depends on who you ask. The dragons guard the tree because they created it, maybe, but definitely because they care for us. And since we live in it, it should keep existing as it does now, because no one wants their house to crumble. A lot of people would get hurt if something like that happened. Something like that happened to everyone's home. That's true, but luckily for us, damaging the Aether Tree isn't possible. It's larger than we ever could imagine, and to us, it's really more of a concept than a tree. And the dragons defend it, despite their oath of neutrality. They are no easy foes. There is one way. The sigils of Alcahest. The what now? The sigils of Alcahest. They're the key to destroying the Aether Tree, according to the scrolls I studied under the archives candlelight. Are they some sort of spell? More of a manual to self-fulfilling prophecy. A way of breaking the cosmos in accordance with its own rules. For the tree to crumble, its foundation must be fractured. The 5 sigils of Alcahest represent the 5 dragons, each of which must be damaged to topple our world's balance. Only then can our cosmos reshape itself. The scrolls spoke of experiments for creating a sigil. Unsuccessful experiments. That's reassuring. Oh boy. Something tells me that something has been going on with the stars falling and the flood. That tells me that I think these sigils might be coming to fruition, And whoever wrote that note in particular to me as the innkeeper of this game is probably a cause of it.
Not quite. They were only unsuccessful back then. And next to the notes I found notes of old, I found others. Written cleaner, newer parchment, with unfaded ink. Much of it was incomprehensible, written in languages I've never seen before. But various sketches of whales caught my eye, as did altered frostbite scrolls.
Those sound unsettlingly familiar.
I feared that the starfall broke a sigil. By ripping holes in Cassiopeia's wings, it destabilized her flight. If she's damaged any further, time could be sent into disarray. Meanwhile, the tsunami, like I heard, didn't just plague the archives. The waves broke down barriers between the primordial sea and the Twilight Chasm in ways never seen before.
So that's 2 broken sigils. I guess I was not off about it. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to say that that's not good.
What an incredible understatement.
To witness one such sigil fracture would be anxiety-inducing enough. Knowing this has happened to 2 will keep me up for many nights.
It's not 2, it's 3.
3.
Alongside the notes, I found an old map with fresh markings. All the names were outdated, but their intention was clear. Marked with the 5 interplanar portals. 30 years ago, their sudden appearance tore fissures into Gaia. I believe they were the first sigil.
Oh boy. Bad, right?
Very. Who could have done this? I don't know. And why of all things? If the Aether Tree collapsed or shifted from its perfect balance, the destruction would end us all.
Who would want that?
Oh boy.
Oh god, even his shoulder pad is chattering. Oh no. I'm not gonna say these could be natural occurrences. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that and say, oh, it just could be natural occurrences. No one thinking rationally, that's for sure. They might have a good reason for it. Maybe we can talk them out of it.
I doubt it. Me too. Whoever may have been causing this, they only have 2 sigils left.
Would be quite bad, right? Don't they say that the walking Elder Dragon will start the apocalypse? That waking the Elder Dragon will start the apocalypse.
They do?
I feel like there's too many ways to start the apocalypse.
Maybe they're all connected, and waking will break the last sigil. Although, I like to think that breaking the sigils is indeed impossible.
Because it's impossible to reach Tout in the spirit realm, correct?
It's not exactly impossible. One can make it to the spirit dragon via the astral sea at the dawn of the dying moon.
That's in 5 days. Oh no. Oh no, that's in 5 days, right?
Yes, but don't worry. But worry not. To reach such a specific location within the astral realm, very specific rituals are necessary. And Gaia's portal to Cassiopeia is indispensable. Said portal is located and safely protected by the Aperture, the stronghold of the Order of Starlight. And its rituals must be performed with outstanding accuracy to withstand treacherous astral currents. Only the highest ranking members of the Order are privy to this knowledge. And I guarantee you, all of us would rather die than aid the destruction of this world. If the rest of them are half as stubborn as you are, I think we're very well protected. Yeah, she is very stubborn, but she is also really sweet. Exactly.
That's good then. The rest is worse.
What's bad is that we don't know who's behind this, or why, by the dragons, and the elders, and the endless horizon, anyone would desire something so vile. I can already sense your next quest. But can I offer you a drink first? Your throat must be dry from all that exposition. I wouldn't say no to a drink. Have something that'll keep my mind intact, defended from lunacy. I feel like I'm going mad. Say no more. Apple core, say no more. Pet undo. Make all the tension go away. Let's get our first snow. Let's do that. Yeah, let's cook her up a first snow. This will make her nice and happy. Let's see, looking for, here we go. Let's put in a honey flower. And I need another one of these. And 3 of these. Perfect, the first snow. 1 heavy defense coming right up. Excuse me. A delicious defense against the absurdity of evil plots. Thank you. This makes me feel a little less conspiratorial. I needed a breather. You know what else can make for a great breather? Fable's barbecue. Yeah, exactly. Wait, is Fable even gonna be running their barbecue now? Oh, Fable's still gone, so I don't even know if the barbecue is even happening. Exactly. You're right. That would be quite pleasant right now. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think the barbecue is happening today. The Fable hasn't returned from their quest yet. Oh. What quest are they on? Finding Melina. But we just saw Meli on the way here. Perhaps they found another quest while out. Heroism can be infectious like that. Innkeep, what kind of drink did you mix them? None. Oh boy. Maybe we should go look for him. Maybe so. Please do. Yes. I'm asking you to very nicely. Please go check for Fable. No one has seen them in days. And the last thing I said to them, I hate for those words to say the last. Please help me find them. Of course. I'm sure they could slay any monsters without us. But some extra hands couldn't hurt. But you'll have to deliver your apologies yourself. Yeah, I kind of figured that. That's fine. I'll slay that beast when it comes to it. Very well. But first, we must solve our urgent sigil problem. I feel like we're missing one piece. Oh! Hey, buddy! A piece of what? Cake? Oh no, he's back. Kyle! We missed you, buddy! Yeah, bang vampire doofus you with your slime buddy still attached to you. You'd love that thing way too much. Oh, a piece of what? Cake? God, I haven't voiced Kyle in so long. I don't say blah blah blah. I'd like an order of my usual cake, innkeeper. I don't serve cake. Never have. I probably messed up his voice because it's been so long. Oh, maybe you should. There it is. Another delicious delicacy would be, also still no blood. Oh. This sorrow I'm feeling almost equals the grief I felt after the vampire glitter competition of 1398. Vampire glitter competition. Oh. Okay. Oh, Yasumi. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in.
I had to run out of glitter.
I could serve you one of my usual drinks to alleviate some of that heartache.
That would be splendid. I'd like something to enhance my immortal strength. No shopping bag shall hold me back today. I'll see what I can do. I bit my tongue in that one, owie. Well, he wants strength. He's gonna get coffee. Yeah, he's gonna get the cursed coffee too. He's gonna get the cursed coffee. Yay. There we go. A tooth in his. And let's see. I need 2 of these. 2 shots of these. And the rest of it all goes into attack. So essentially like 2 shots. Ding. 1 cursed coffee made a completely different style with a saber fang inside. Don't mind the fang. It's gonna dissolve in the water. It's gonna dissolve in the coffee as it goes. Here, with all the strength of a raging fire. Thank you, dear innkeeper. My blood is boiling with euphoria. Any particular reason for your shopping trip? A very particular one, dear innkeeper. It's a matter of life and death. I must head out to purchase the most wonderful sustenance known as comfort food immediately. Do you know what comfort food is? I haven't the slightest idea. But it is rumored to restore mortals back to full health. I'm afraid Rhea will perish if she does not receive it. That sounds serious. Has she fallen ill? A fatal case of something called being in the zone. I assume it's highly dangerous. She refused to move away from her drawing board for over a year now. Wait. Rhea? Over a year? What? It's only been a couple days. Right? She even threw me out of the room upstairs when I offered her a blood pellet snack. How will her body handle another year without food? I have some good news for you. Rhea hasn't been sketching for over a year. You guys checked in yesterday. How fortunate. As for your legendary item, you ask her about it. You should ask her about it. Generally, everyone has a different idea about what they consider comfort food. How wondrous. Although something tells me you should give her some time before you go back upstairs and ask. Why? Call it intuition. I don't think intuition is a very good name, innkeeper. Want to help me find a better one? Of course. I'll think of one before the next day's eaters are up. Thank you. We'll give him something to do. I shall remain for a while. And once I acquire the correct comfort food, I would make sure my friend eats every last bite. Like a vampiric mother hen to her vampiric cheek. I didn't know there were vampire chickens. There aren't. Do you know that for certain? Yes. I could have sworn the ones on my family's estate had fangs. Chickens can't develop teeth. And here I thought that we were comrades in blood hunger. Chickens are still very fascinating on their own. Did you know they have very colorful dreams? Oh, that's nice. I once helped a hen with her dream journal. I'll introduce you to sometime. He is so precious. He is like a barbarian, but he knows how to talk to animals. He's got like one of his biggest stats is animal handling. My favorite thing about chickens is that they purr when they're happy. Oh, the charming creatures. The more I learn, the more they remind me of vampires. So simple, sweet, ferocious. Yet their origin harbors one of the greatest mysteries of life. What came first, the chicken or the egg? The egg. Oh god, I hate this question. It never makes sense. It's a silly riddle. I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna say the chicken. Not gonna weigh in? I'm intellectually withdrawing myself from this conversation. Good. Good. Stay out of this stay out of that particular conversation, Dia. You don't want to get into that conundrum. But unlike the unsolved mystery, I do know how vampires are created. Oh. Would you mind elaborating? Weren't you intellectually withdrawing? As a cleric of Cassiopeia, humility is a lifelong objective I strive towards. As such, I must admit that when I need to concede words spoken in haste. Which would be now, I suppose. Please, Kyle, would you mind expanding on what you just said? Certainly. Must have been 5 centuries ago when a scholar stole from the immortal blood of the dragons. The scholar offered it to Queen Annabeth, who would become the vampire's monarch. I have never heard of Queen Annabeth. I think it's the plot of... I think that was just the plot of a really challenging board game, Kyle. Oh. Oh, was he playing like... Was he thinking... Was this like a little Vampire the Masquerade thing? If so, that's kind of cute. I never played Vampire the Masquerade. I just know that it's like a D&D game, but you know, with vampires and stuff. Oh, you're right. So then Mike was real after all? Mike? Yes. It's all coming back to me now. The first vampire that walked this world was the infamous Mikhail. But most of us call him Mike. He had a very close connection with the spirit dragon in his domain. Eventually, Mike struck a deal with Tuat. In exchange for guarding the dragon's realm, he would get to live forever. But that didn't work out, I guess? Old Mike didn't read the fine print. The spirit dragon turned out to be a trickster. Tuat turned him into a new form of undead creature, invulnerable to age and disease, but still weak to the blade. Blood was the only thing that he could stomach to consume. And in time, sunlight became intolerable. Mike was no longer welcome among the living, but the dead didn't want him either. And that's how the first vampire was created. Fascinating. There's so little about the spirit dragon, and there's so little known about the spirit dragon and his realm. Kyle, do you know how you possess such knowledge, considering the ancients by today's standards? Just how do you possess knowledge that's considered ancient by today's standards? There it is. What knowledge? The knowledge you just told us about. I stumbled upon it in a grimoire and I bought the other day from that local bookstore. And nope, that was a vampire romance book Lynn recommended to you. Try again. But of course, dear Evelyn was such a history fanatic. How could I have not picked up on a few stories? That was one of her favorites. I still dream of her deathly beautiful countenance as she narrated tales until the intruder stopped screaming. Whoa. Jeez. Didn't you and Evelyn technically divorce? She's always been the story of our... She's always told the story of our progenitor? Progenitor? Mike, so softly. She would cradle a vial of his blood, and her tone would turn so reverent. A secret to share just with me, she would say. Oh. I didn't mean to break the last oath between us as well. I'm sure we can keep it a secret. Right, guys? Wink, wink. Wink, wink. I can't wink right now. Wink. Nope, can't. The secret between new friends. If secrecy is how we can repay you for sharing this with us, then so be it. Since you seem to have been very close to her, I wanted to let you know. We traveled past Morrow Castle on our way back. It looked awfully damaged. The destruction looked so fresh, if only we had passed by earlier. I even spotted a heavily armored silhouette in the short distance away from what remained of the castle walls. We hurried over there as quickly as possible, but the shadow was gone by the time we got there. Oh boy. Mysteries upon mysteries upon mysteries upon mystery sandwiches. I don't know what that was. That was just me being random. As it was, only rubble remained. Was my dear Evelyn unharmed? We don't know. The castle looked abandoned, like a ruin. My Evelyn, what horrible fiend would inflict such damage? She must have fought back fiercely. Her opponent may suffer twice the damage they inflicted upon her. What I wouldn't get to know she's safe. I think I need to go ask Rhea about her comfort food.
Hi, Baba.
Let's give him some time to come to terms with what he just learned. Oh, poor baby. Poor Kyle.
Hey, Carolyn.
Burnout. Ooh boy. Greetings, the brave adventurers. What's the no? What's that noise? That's his spy. Indeed. Oh, are you all right? Worry not, friend. This was a scratch. So, about my drink order. How about you tell me what's going on first? And returning to a proper order of conversation. Apologies, friend. I might have jumped the crossbow there. Let us recount the tale properly, Dame Carolyn. I don't think there's much to tell, honestly. You look exhausted. You want some rest then? No. Just wanting a drink. That can be arranged. I'm gonna regain my strength. A good one might net you a story. No pressure, Lynn. She needs coffee. That girl need coffee. Yep, we're making cursed coffee again. Cursed coffee with a smidge of... I think it's gonna be the saber fang again. Yeah. Saber fang with a little bit of this. Just to help, you know, Carolyn along. Cursed coffee. She needs a little bit of a wake up too. So off it goes. We just served 3 rounds of cursed coffee today, and I'm kind of glad for that. A great drink for a great story. Aren't you lucky? I'd like to think luck has nothing to do with it. Perhaps not. I might have something else to cheer you up. Oh? Meli's back. Oh. Relieved?
Hi, Crook.
Yeah, things are going well. Meli came back. My inn is now bustling with people. This is a fantastic day. Everyone's come back so far, and now the days are feeling a little less short. Excuse me. Like a great sword's been lifted off my shoulders. Is she alright? Yeah. Though, you might prefer to see her for yourself. Excuse me. She and Dave left me their address to give to you. Who? You know, them. Right, got it. The one person who fit such an uninspired name. Oh my god, hi!
Hello. It's going well today, thank you. I'm having a good day.
I really am. I'm having a nice, like, very relaxing day. But I'm having a very, very nice, like, chill day today. The story is actually really, really good too. I was just investigating something. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, I'm sorry. I saw Lynn on the previews that well, not previews, but like the gameplay that I saw. And I was like, I'm not a furry, but yeah, no, I could change my mind. They better have apologized to Meli, or else you'll have to find out the details yourself. Just don't keep them waiting for too long. Don't need to tell me that. Fable isn't back then? No. Oh boy. Sure are taking their time. Always the werewolves, yeah. This is true. It's always the werewolves. You like looking for them yet? No. They're capable. Just my patience is starting to wear thin. You had some to begin with? Pretty chatty for someone with a greatsword within greatsword distance. Right. My bad. Can I interest you in one of my drinks as well, Scully? With an offer like that, my friend, how can a skeleton say no? Have something that enhance my aura. I would like to do a proclamation of this tale proper justice. So he probably needs charisma. Okay. Darn. Which one has the most riz? You know what, let's get him 1,000 wins. We'll do that. We'll do a 1,000 wins recipe. I have to actually write these down now because my brain is like becoming the size of a turnip and I am... Why did I say turnip? I don't know. Not that one. I don't know why I said turnip. My brain is like not working. Hello. Pour in 2 shots of this. And order up for 1,000 wins for a skeleton. Please enjoy. Oh my. They say manners maketh a man, but this drink alone has invigorated me plenty. I can almost feel the warmth of my flesh on my bones again. A pleasure to be of service? You seem awfully eager to talk about this. And you're not? Was it no help alleviating the accursed boredom? It was eventful, all right, just lacking a sense of accomplishment, I guess. But no use continuing this pity party. Let's start telling the story I know you're itching for. Much obliged. We start making our way to westwards, though our progress was slow. Any complications? Yes, quite a few. Before embarking on this journey, I was woefully ignorant of the plight of the Fasoan farmers. The less than ideal weather conditions, the flood that ruined a lot of crops, and now the pesky undead problem. I was stricken with empathy for the struggle. The least we could have done is offer up our means of transportation for any soul looking for a better life further north. So we switched carriages. 3 times. By the 3rd time, we had gotten so far off course, it took a whole day just to get back on track. On foot. But once our hike was over, we did get to spend a wonderful afternoon with Dame Carolyn's cousin, Lady Danica. That was nice, I guess. The cousin with the undead snail problem, yes? Did you manage to liven up the garden for her? Sure did. Just had to set out some cabbage to lead them somewhere where we wouldn't damage any crops, and they were vanquished with just one magnificent blessed strike. Truly a sight to behold. Yeah, the innkeeper has like a little bit more good memory than I do. Oh yeah, I still need to like do my 900 for Toreba arcade games. I have to do that at some point. I've been so caught up enjoying like Final Fantasy and everything else, my brain just kind of like zooted it out. Silly, like a little silly goober that I am. It was just some undead snails. No need to have gotten so excited. To match the excitement, Lady Danica served us some positively delightful cups of tea. Better than any accompanying finger sandwiches. Sandwiches were some facts I gleaned from observing the snails. Even lacking souls, they still displayed some pack behavior. They acted nothing like real animals, of course, but somehow I was struck with the empathy for their plight. He is a very empathetic skeleton. To unconsciously seek out the manner of instinctual actions. Despite the lack of anything to grant them a conscious objective, is there a more transparent yearning for purpose than that? I think I may have stumbled. A very empathetic skeleton, yeah. My apologies. It appears that they say that old age is true. You can't help but philosophize. And you couldn't help but relate. And also, I'm sorry if I mess up a few words. My brain cells are a little... I don't know what's going on with me in reading, but something's been going like really topsy-turvy with me and my reading. I swear I've been trying to slow down. In a way. One can't help but wonder whether any choice I make is truly my own, or it's a post-mortem reflex of these old bones. Perhaps even my thirst for knowledge. And yet, your enjoyment of it seems genuine. Aw, yeah, that's true. Truly, innkeeper. You have such a way with words. Just lots of experience. Though that may be, my worries seem rather foolish now. I count myself as quite fortuitous that despite all my memory lacks, I delight in learning it all again. Does it really matter where such an urge comes from? Anyhow, my apologies, Dame Carolyn. I completely derailed our epic tale. Allow me to make up for it by continuing post-haste. We departed after for a lovely cup of tea and finally headed to the Pale Woods. Lady Danica provided us with a cart and a trusty steed, a cat with the most lovely temperament. Her name's Liselet. Liselet? Liselot. Okay, I'm gonna go Lise. Our host also gifted us with a delightful lucky charm, saying that no evil would hurt us, or least along on our way. I'm not pronouncing that again. I think my tongue is way too tying. Or that. But now our little adventure is over, we thought we'd give it to you instead. Some extra luck never hurts. That's an adorable little fella. Thank you very much. Glad you like it. I apologize, I derailed again. Where was I? Ah, our journey. I made sure to greet the gentleman that passed us on our way to the woods. What magnificent shadow armor he was wearing. Something that felt oddly familiar. Perhaps it was only my hope that I would look as gallant after our quest. Police valiantly took us took us to the edge of the forest where the maliciousness permeated the very air we breathed. What he means is it stunk really bad. We left Lise there, sparing her the stench that seemed like the right thing to do. And forth we ventured. Didn't take long to find what we were looking for. Place was crawling with them. Which explained the fucking smell. For some reason, the miasma didn't seem to bother me much. You don't have a nose, Skelly. Most respectfully, you don't have a nose. Oh, of course. Anyway. There was a veritable horde before us, an army of undead creatures shambling their way through the forest. One odd tree at a time. They were awfully interested in those trees, it's true. At that point, I was ready to start decimating their numbers. And I would have done so if Scully hadn't held me back just before I was unsheathed my sword. I was keen to observe them for a moment longer. The undead creatures were displaying similar patterns to those snails. They weren't just stumbling about aimlessly. They seemed to be following a pack leader. Yeah, she's just pretending not to care. I think also Tia and Clay are quietly listening. They might be just chilling nearby, but they're probably quietly listening. Maybe there was a non-violent solution left at hand after all. I convinced Aunt Carolyn to hold off on the violence for just a bit longer. I was still working out the best point of which to attack him, so couldn't hurt to try Scully's idea first. Except it did hurt. Yeah. While Dame Carolyn remained hidden in the shadows of the thicket, I walked up to the leader, another skeleton, making sure I displayed an open and respectful disposition. I suppose they were not open to respectful in return? Nope. Before I could even react, the skeleton had bitten down on Scully's arm. Agony! Without putting much thought into it, I threw one of my knives. Sorry. I only realized later that the knife I threw was the one I accidentally had taken from here. Accidentally? Was it? How will my tavern ever survive this? It was just a knife. Oh no. How will my tavern ever survive without its kitchen knife? I'm just gonna let's get rid of success. I already said I'm sorry. You could always compensate me for it. Actually, Andu's bucket needs to be cleaned out. Keep dreaming. Ouch. Shut down so quickly. If it kept you too safe, then I'm glad that you accidentally took it. Thankfully, your drink did its job wonderfully as well. The teeth were unable to leave even a scratch on me. Dame Carolyn was fast as the wind, and she got me away from the hungry undead. Breakdown of skeleton to skeleton communication. Very true indeed. And so a fierce battle begun. With ease, Dame Carolyn took out several of them at once. Would have been easier if I hadn't to carry you. My apologies. I was still mourning the breakdown in communication. But I got back on my feet eventually. All along, we were both battling off swarms of the undead. They seemed endless. For every undead creature defeated, two would take their place, dragging the battle on. If I know the first thing about fighting, it's that you need to watch your stamina. We wouldn't last forever, but our enemies could. One of them cleaved me straight in half. I was lucky Dame Carolyn caught my upper body. But I'm fairly certain we would have mixed up the order of some of my thoracic vertebrae when we put me back together. Like some order of my thoracic Still, being held in her arms was the perfect position for a strategy meeting. I thought of how we could have dealt with those snails. We felt like we needed to maximize the impact of my blessed strikes and fell them in one. Oh, it means the lower back. Okay, thank you. Ugh, so missing a couple vertebrae. Oof. Ow. So we baited him and ran, leading him into a nearby clearing. My separated legs rounded up the ones I didn't fall for the first baiting. Excuse me? That's scratchy. And once that... Gonna take a stretch now, yawn. No. No sleepies yet. And once that the clearing, I reunited myself in luring them all towards the center. As of all the undead creatures gathered up around my two halves, the sky cleared up. And like a crash of thunder, the sound of Dame Carolyn descending from the sky, or tree, was all that could be heard. For a moment, my eye holes were completely blinded by the radiance of a blessed strike. You're exaggerating. I like it. Sounds very heroic. You can embellish a little bit. It kind of makes sense for this case. It was. I don't think it counts when it was essentially pointless. Did the strike not land? It did. Well, the strike did hit home. I realized that most of the creatures could be resurrected again at any point. It's a shame, truly. Even though we fought so valiantly. Oh. Well, we did get you something else as well, Innkeeper. Right. Here. The trees really chewed on. The trees looked really chewed on and dead. But the berries they had seemed to be. The berries seemed like they were thriving. Here's the ones Elfie was going on about. Not like they're here to appreciate them now, so I guess you can have them. Just set some aside to make Fable a drink when they're back. That sounds fair. Indeed it does. It's very kind of you to bring them. It was very kind of you to bring them back for your friend. Yeah, it was. Just berries. I still wonder what with all those undead creatures were doing there. It's fine. For the sake of the game, infusions are kind of like a normal thing. Pardon. I still wonder what those undead creatures were doing there. No idea. Hunger? Though it did look like they were going somewhere, they seemed to be heading north. Maybe they were searching for more trees? The Pale Woods is the largest forest in Pessoa. I don't see a reason for them to leave the area before it was barren. Unless they were ordered to. Don't they typically come with a necromancer attached? Oh my. They do, and... You don't suppose the gentleman we encountered outside the woods could have been that very necromancer? I don't think the farmers wear armor that you described. Ah! Just realized where they could be heading. It's true there aren't any woods around here that compare to the Pale Woods. The giant rear of the capital must look pretty good to some tree-obsessed undeads. Oh, indeed. Just to clarify, you believe that the hordes of undead creatures are marching towards the capital? Well, towards the roots would be my guess. I see. They're heading towards Themis. Not on the divine roots, and if so... Well, the Aether Tree... Precisely. Not that the action alone would be enough to destroy the whole thing, but it could certainly do some damage. What in the hell are you talking about? I still miss the fact that I never got the sensor beep on my stream deck, because I would have loved to put that sound effect on there for this sake. Because this is like the first time they've ever like sworn this much, and it's like I have to like censor beep it. I wish I had one.
As I just stated, someone is trying to destroy the Aether Tree. The Starfall, the Primordial Flood, even the interplanet portals. It's all one big plot. Was that not clear?
Yeah, this will be a perfect time for the cartoony censor beeps. Yes. No.
Oh my. That's awful. And insane if it's true. Is it working? Unfortunately so. Or do you not see the star, or do you see stars in the night sky?
I mean, there's one.
There used to be more. And we don't know who's behind it yet either.
Well, Carolyn, Mr. Scully, the gentle person you greeted outside the woods, you thought might be the necromancer?
He certainly bore the armor of one.
Did you seem like you wanted to kill everyone?
Not particularly. Though it can be hard to tell sometimes. Politeness and desire for homicide aren't necessarily mutually exclusive.
Necromancers resurrect dead things to make undead creatures.
Indeed they do.
So, Scully, you were resurrected, right? Do you remember anything about it?
Well, I admit, at first I recalled very little from the start of my new life. I mostly stumbled around about trying to remember my manners. Or my memories, or rather the memories of my body, in which I suppose are also my memories, have been getting clearer lately. Let me try to refocus my thoughts. I believe I awakened in the archives, in the Everbloom. The Everbloom? Did you encounter any Bleakstalkers?
Why, I did indeed. They seemed very hungry from bones.
Such interesting creatures. They remind me of the old intellect wombats.
Do those be still on Fasoa?
No. What are intellect wombats?
Oh god. Actually, I'm still doing like two British accents. One's just a little bit more softer.
Priorities, Tia.
Scully, who woke you up?
A gentleman of fine age. He believed he was there to do research. I remember the candles held over notes scribbled in paper and ink stains on fingertips. You must have found me near my friend's study. I remember I was looking for her when... After I woke up, I simply left. How rude and uninquisitive of me. I should have asked what he was researching. I could have helped. Be glad you did not aid him. We found his notes. They spoke of the destruction of the universe.
Did the guy from the woods remind you of the one in the archives?
Now that you mention it... I wasn't conscious enough to recognize faces when I rose, but I knew the armor looked familiar. I think I saw it when I first reopened my eyes. Metaphorically, of course. I no longer have eyelids. A necromancer is behind all this. Is he trying to break the sigils just to get to Tuat, the spirit dragon in the realm of death? Sigils? Are you perchance speaking of the sigils of Alcahest? My friend was researching them once. I always thought them to be a wild figment of imagination.
Seems like they're not, unfortunately. Man, this story is getting deep. It's getting deep. Do necromancers really usually want to destroy Tuat?
No. But they do defy the laws of life and death. Perhaps he craves to access the souls of the spirit dragon gods. Or he plans to destroy death once and for all with his perversions. But, my dears, to destroy Tuat, one must find him first. That in and of itself would be quite an impossible task, no? Not exactly. The spirit realm is well protected, but there are ways to get to him.
Can you kill death? Depending on the game you live in, sir, yeah, you can actually kill death. But it all depends on what game you're playing.
I don't know. But merely attempting it sounds disastrous. Miss Anwar, Mr. Moore, Tuat is the god of death. No matter how insane the necromancer, no one could possess a weapon powerful enough to fight a god. Only weapons made by dragons can harm them. We all know this.
You mean like Ur's great axe? Oh no.
A weapon forged by the dragons meant only for their claws. The axe. It could certainly cut through the barrier between the astral sea and the upper world, if not through Tuat himself.
Would stealing the axe from the dragon count as a sigil? Alright, y'all lost me again.
I talked about this already. Keep up.
I'll explain later.
It might count as a sigil. If it awakens or damages their plane,
Should not be awakened under any circumstances. Nor should their legendary weapon fall into the hands of a mere mortal. My, this is quite concerning. I am right there with everybody. I am nervous about this. This is like, plot is thickening, everybody. Plot is be thickening.
this seems like too insane of a plot.
Even for some big bad evil guy, the BBEG, baby! Excuse me.
They always seem to be reaching for new heights in their dastardly schemes. If they were correct,
oh man, eyelid doing a throbby. Ugh, hate that. The cleric is super pretty. I love Tia. Tia's design. Everyone's designs are really, really crazy, top notch. But Tia's got that. Tia is like really, really special. I love her.
if we are correct, this one plans to steal Ur's weapon, break their sigil, and then destroy Tuat. The dragons be with us.
What about the undead creatures marching towards the capital?
They must be a distraction. A way to keep everyone who would interfere off his back.
Quite the dangerous distraction, if you ask me. Those shouldn't be snacking away on those either, should they? Either way, should they? No. And those sigils of alcohol zest you keep talking about. Do what? Destroy the tree?
The spirit realm rests above the others in the canopy of our world. If what we believe is this monster plan succeeds, it would collapse down the rest of the Aether tree.
Not only would the tree excuse me, I'm losing track of my wording now.
Not only would that free all dead souls, it would destroy the tree, our home, our cosmos, everything below it. It would destroy our world as we know it. Not to mention, Tuat might die. I don't think I have to explain to you why death dying would be a bad thing.
Once again, can he die? Wouldn't risk it.
Although I believe this plot of his is limited to somewhat, no? Perhaps the transitional period between the astral moon and the dying moon. Only then would the veil between the Cassiopeia and Tuat be thin enough for the ritual of such magnitude to succeed.
Wait, what you mean is this can only happen the night between the 35th of Cassiopeia and the 1st of Tuat? So it can only work in 4 days, or next year.
Precisely. I guess you can't have a ritual without unnecessarily complicated rules. It is common courtesy. Hey, I've been wondering. Remember that man we saw on our way back to the Amaro Castle?
Yeah. You think he might have been the same guy?
I do. Strange armor sounds familiar. As does the convenient proximity to destruction. And more so, that blood of our first vampire Kyle spoke of. Part of the ritual is to safely travel traverse the astral sea involves having an associate anchor for your destination. To find Tuat, you need to find something to connect to him. Like the blood of the vampire eternally bound to him. Oh, it's all coming together now. Yes. Maybe our villain got his hands on it. Perhaps he knows more about Cassiopeia than I anticipated. All this out of context shit is giving me a headache. I'm sorry, I had to say that out loud, because that is probably what she is thinking at this point. Inky, got another drink to spare to help with all this mess. Something powerful to get me through this. Anything for you, Lynn. Okay, what does she need? She needs attack. You know what? I'll give her a classic Southern Brawler. I'll just give her a classic. I'm just gonna give her the classic for now. There you go, Lynn. Have an oldie but a goodie on the house. I put all the strength I have in this drink. Enjoy. I think you just put parts of my sanity back together. Thanks a lot. Anytime. So, this madman, if he can't get that axe, he can't kill the spirit dragon, right? Correct. Great. Let's stop him from getting the axe then. Great idea. I know. Now, how can we do that? Well, that's the necromancer needs to find it. For that, he must have to get to Ur's realm. Thanks to the portals, it is entirely within the realm of possibility. One would simply just have to journey through one of the portals to the Twilight Chasm. And enter the endless caves through the Nightmare realm. Get my nose. Nothing easier than that. Didn't Meli see some weird new bone way markers near the Twilight Chasm portal in the moon swamps? Could they maybe remind someone to say a necromancer of the way to the portal? They could. Good. The moon pools are much easier to reach than Boreas. We should catch the necromancer before he ventures into the chasm, and certainly before he gets the axe. Great. Let's go beat his ass. Hold on. What if he's right? Wait, what if who is right? What if he's right? What if he's right? What if you don't succeed? What if he's right? I'm not sure what it means by what if he's right. If he's talking about the necromancer, I'm actually kind of curious. Like, what if he's right? Pardon? I mean, what if there's a point to all of this? No one goes this far for nothing, right? Plenty of people do horrible things for terrible reasons. And even noble reasons don't make horrible things good. Fair enough. I wanted to like get like an understanding of what that question meant. Regardless of your sympathy for his motives, we shouldn't rush into this immediately. This calls for a backup plan. If we do not manage to stop him from getting the weapon, we stand no chance to fight against him. Even if our divine strikes would be no match, Mr. Anwar. That is true. We need an incredibly powerful weapon to match his. Not sure if that's enough, but I do have this sword I got from my Baba. There's also Rhea, who is working on a particular new weapon. Let me see it. This is remarkable craftsmanship, infused with minor divine powers. Incredible. But I'm afraid this cannot rival the Great Axe in any capacity. What if we mix with Dragonfire? What? Do you happen to have such a thing on hand, young lad? No, but I know where we can find some. The ever-burning flame in the highlands is Dragonfire. The one you wanted to see, Tia. I think you now might be a good time for that. Ooh, he's a clever boy. Oh, right. Dragonfire merged with Carolyn's blessed sword. It wouldn't be as powerful as the axe, but it might give us a fighting chance. If we had a master craftsman to forge it, that is. Hey, yo! Rhea is right upstairs. Rhea? She's a blacksmith. Would be great for a competition. That's for sure. That's one way to tell her. Yeah. My sword will get her in the first place, no question. I'll make sure to bring that up while trying to convince her. Thanks for the idea. Very well. I'm sure Master Smith Frostgrip will be delighted with this opportunity. Having her on our side will make us even more confident that we can stop this necromancer's plans. I have the utmost faith in us. And I know the aperture and the astral portals are well protected, even if we should fail. Though I don't believe we will. Because I know I'm strong enough to best this battle. And Clay is as well. And the others too. Yes, and the others too. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if the four of you will be enough. We need a full party! We need a full raid party! Let's go, baby! Don't worry. There's lots of people we can ask for help. Like you. Like me. Ask away, I guess. I do count on you. You collect everything we talk about, right? I try my best. No, I think we're just getting recruited to write the questing up. Could you write us up 2 quests for all this? I think we should split our resources so we get backup plan going at the same time. Good idea, young man. Plus, that'll give us an excuse to have your drinks help us. Not that you need an excuse, but I appreciate you following my rituals. I'll see what I can do. I have something written up for first thing in the morning. I trust in you as you trust in us. Deeply? Yes. Deeply, and with the knowledge that together we are stronger. Aw, she's so soon. We'll see you in the morning then. Carolyn, come with us. We owe you a few explanations before we make you do any persuasion work for us. You got that right. Let's go. I cannot miss out on the more Zephyr speakies. I cannot miss out on the more possible details. I shall see you in the morning, Innkeep. Thank you for all your help. Let's save the world, alright? Let's play. Good luck. Oh, that's a cute little figure. Oh, I got like 3 post boards I can write up now. Holy crap. Okay. Marching towards the capital. Are mere distraction. Unfortunately, that does not make them any less dangerous. Where's the Aether Tree one? Okay. Undead can't seem to get enough fiber. Better chomp on the Aether Tree itself. What could possibly go wrong? Let's see. The capital is wrapped in roots protecting the divine. According to the myth of ancient time, it is known as the Aether Tree. The undead marching towards the capital are a mere distraction. Unfortunately, that does not make them any less dangerous. Due to the fact that they cannot seem to get enough fiber, what better tree to chomp down on than the Aether Tree itself? What could possibly go wrong?
The Dead Parade. No, we have actually never fully left the tavern, technically. We are housebound. We stay there. The horde of undead is approaching the capital. Their insatiable hunger for local flora leads them to expose roots of the Aether Tree, and therefore the capital of Themis, since it lies nestled safely in the safety of the roots. This is a mere distraction, so the necromancer can fulfill his true plan, but the undead still must be stopped before they hunger for flesh once more. Legends or clerics say, ooh, wait, where's that one thing about Leviathan? Weapon Fortune, Dragonfire, Legends or clerics say Leviathan, Temple Highlands. Okay, let's see. The enemy aims for the destruction of the Aether Tree. He needs the Great Axe of Ur to collapse the Spirit Realm into the rest of the tree. Here we go. Carolyn's great-sword once belonged to her grandmother. Allegedly, it is a gift from the dragons themselves. Very impressive if true. Legends or clerics say that the first flame of Leviathan was bestowed upon there. Oh wait, here we go. Only a weapon forged with the Dragonfire can resist another draconic weapon's power. Hopefully, the ever-burning flame lives up to its name. Let's see. Okay, these three are for Ur. Good thing no cleric has ever. Why am I reading this and why does this look like a very sarcastic message? To reach Tua, one has to go through a number of overly complicated rituals. Good thing no cleric would ever evade something like that. Okay. Humans come to town. I think those two are together. Let's see. Okay, so these three have to do with Ur. Yeah, I think it's just these three. Okay. Just gonna rearrange these two notes here. Yeah, I'm gonna rearrange it like this. Heir of Dragonfire. That little note was a little passive-aggressive. It sounded like they were trying to blame Tia for something. Only a weapon forged in Dragonfire could have ever dreamed to hold up against the legendary Great Axe of Ur. Luckily, a temple in the Highlands houses the ever-burning flame, an ancient gift from the dragons that'll come in handy right about now. And what better sword to reshape with its flame than another gift from the Realm Keepers, an heirloom passed down to Carolyn, with heroism scorched into its very essence. And last one. Enemy aims for the destruction of the Aether Tree. He needs the Great Axe of Ur to collapse the Spirit Realm into the rest of the tree. Onto the rest of the tree. Okay, so we need the legend has it that the Great Axe of Ur lies hidden somewhere deep within the subterranean caves. It's an undimensionally powerful weapon. Yeah. There. The wondrous plane of Ur can be accessed through the Twilight Chasm, a plane that can be entered through the portals of our Gaia. Our world Gaia. And this one has to be like the final quest as well. Like, I'm only missing like one note to fit those three. The Twilight Chase. World calamity is imminent, but there is one last way to save it. The only weapon strong enough to harm Tuat and the Aether Tree is the legendary Great Axe of Ur. And the personification of evil wants it desperately. But first, he must make it through the Twilight Chasm, and for that, he needs a portal. Sounds like a location to stop him, right? Here you go, Ondu. Sweet, sweet. Sweet, sweet. Lights out. Lights out, buns out, baby. We are going to go to chapter 12. Chapter 22, excuse me. The Twilight Zinnius. 32nd of the Astral Moon. I'm going to save because now is probably like the best time to save because honestly, it feels like within like 1 or 2 streams, we might actually finish this particular game. That's kind of crazy. It feels like just yesterday we worked on this. It's kind of like how I'm feeling with Paper Mario lately. It's like suddenly I'm on like the second to last major thing, and now it's just like, oh, these games are going crazy fast. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna now need something to fill in the Wednesday slot at some point eventually. Hi, Zilla. Yeah, we're getting close to those really end of game blues. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I am actually I was actually planning on wrapping up, so because it's getting a little late for me. I'm a little on the EP side, and I need to decompress. And I think this is actually a very, very good opportunity to where we can stop because the 3 of them, there are 3 quests now made for the near finale. And we've got a lot of people who are going to be available to help do this. So, yeah. It feels like we are definitely approaching the end, which is kind of insane. I never thought we'd reach the end of this so soon. Because I think my next stream is actually going to be... The next number on this stream is actually going to be part 11. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this game ends. I feel like we're close, and if I do it well enough, it may be the end next week, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. How about willing about 24 or 25 chapters? Probably. Like 24, yeah, maybe 24 or 25 would make sense. And especially if everyone starts like leaving and like leaving the tavern, those days are going to go by a lot faster. Oh yeah, that's going to be crazy because I know last week it went by relatively quickly, a couple of the days, because those days would disappear because I would have no one at the tavern, no regulars. And I have a feeling it's either going to be next week's stream or it might be the week after that this game will reach its end. And I'm actually feeling a little bittersweet about it, but at the same time, I'm really happy that I've had the experience to play this. But for now, I think it's a good time for me to head out so I can go decompress on this information and I have a good rest of and I get some good sleep tonight. But yeah, I hope everyone has had a very wonderful time hopping in, lurking, doing all the fun stuff. And I will catch you guys for Paper Mario, where we go to get the last crystal star. We are going to the moon! But yeah, I'll see you guys for Paper Mario on Saturday. And yeah. And then next week is going to be a double Final Fantasy 14 week, and no one can stop me. Okay? I'm playing. Alright, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye! 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 Okay. Okay, I'm done. I'm done being silly. Thank you! Thank you for stopping by! Bye-bye! Okay. Now I'm gone. Have a good night.